Welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by E.C. Kelly's Yoga Revolution. Come on, guys. Come join the revolution with E.C. Kelly's Yoga Revolution. Also brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. And also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, who reminds you to check out their YouTube channel at Non-Fiction Filmmaker. Guys, Non-Fiction Filmmaker, go check them out. We need a few more subscribers, so go and subscribe. So, two brothers, and there's one of my brothers right there. Tully, thank you for joining the show. Hopefully Brianna will be on shortly. Brianna gave me an idea for a show that we'll be talking about tomorrow, so if you want to find out what Brianna's idea was, be sure to tune in. So, two brothers. So I'm going to tell the story of two brothers. It was really interesting. I saw this film the other day, and this story really just hit me. You know, and I told you that's what I'm going to be talking about. Unless people give me ideas of what to talk about, I'm going to talk about experiences in life that I've been experiencing throughout my day. And so I'm watching this film, and it's basically about a family. It's about a whole family. So there's two brothers and then there's three sisters. But it's really focusing on the two brothers, this story. So let me tell you what happened to them. The father was a thief, okay? The father was a thief. And though the father was a thief, the oldest son, they did not get along. Thank you for smashing that heart, guys. They did not get along, the two brothers. And Sal, I'm going to call you Sal. Sal just joined in, the abogado, which means lawyer in Spanish. So Sal the abogado just joined in. Thank you for joining, Sal. So the dad was a thief, as I said. The oldest son did not get along with the dad. Okay? And the youngest son was always seeking the approval of the dad. Both of them loved their father, whether they got along with them or not. One was always seeking approval, like I said, the second son, and the second son just did not get along with his dad and really basically hated his dad. Then the dad passes away. And situation came up. Oh, well, I guess I got to tell this part of the story. The son, the second son, who's always trying to get the approval of his dad, he's dating a girl who also is a thief. And I believe I said that this first son was a thief as well, just like his dad. Then at the end, they go head to head after the father passes away with their mom of how could she stay with a thief. And the oldest son says, "You're weak for staying with a thief." And she basically schooled him and said, you cannot judge me. You are a thief just like your father. You hated your father so much, you became like your father. You became a thief. And then the second son, she says, you seek your dad's approval so much that you end up falling in love with someone that's like your father, who's also a thief. And this really, I just really enjoyed that, the way the writer did that. I really did enjoy that. And it brings up something that I talked about the other day, right? Having hate in your heart. You know, I told you guys, I admit it. If you didn't see the show, I'll cover it a little bit. I'll admit it that I was supposed to do a story for someone. And rather than the person coming to me and saying, I'm no longer wanting to do the story with you, they just started ignoring me and started ghosting me, as they say. They were ghosting me, not returning my calls so we can set up a time to interview and all this. And now I called once and that was it. Because I told you guys, if someone no longer wants to be your friend, no longer wants to work with you, the best thing is not to seek closure, right? And by harassing them, and trying to seek closure, best thing to do is to move on and find a story. And that's just what I did. I found a totally different story to do, and that's it. And that's the way you got to do it. So, but I did see the person the other day, and I had all these ill thoughts in my head about them. And the minute that those ill thoughts came into my head, I remembered that no, I can't have that. Because if I have those ill thoughts in my heart and in my mind, it's going to make something negative somewhere else, So I shut that down right away. And this story kind of made me feel that same way, guys. It was like, well, the guy hated his father so much for being a thief and not being, with the family, that he in turn became a thief. And then the son seeked approval so much from his father that even though he did not become a thief, he ended up falling in love with a person who was just like his father, a thief, and won't be there and won't be reliable. That was very interesting to me, and it is true. We have to be happy totally 100%. I mean, you'll never get totally 100% happy, but we got to try. We got to strive to be totally 100%, happy with ourselves, with what people have done around us, whether it's something positive or negative, and that kind. So now I bring it full circle to the bully, right? If we have bad thoughts about our bully, or if we do like son number 2, right? If we seek the approval of the bully, then we're going to end up doing bad things, in my opinion, to try to get the bully's approval, or if we are harboring hate inside our hearts, then we in turn might become the bully. And I can tell you right now, I've been doing this since 2005. I've been interviewing kids, parents, victims of workplace bullying. Michael J39, thank you for joining the show. Oh, Michelle J39, thank you for joining the show. And Power Learning New Jersey, thank you for joining the show. Or NJ, I don't know if NJ stands for New Jersey. I'm from New York, so anytime I see NJ, I think New Jersey. Is that what it stands for? Let me know. So we're going to end up becoming like the bully. So like I said, I interviewed so many people. And if you harbor that hate in your heart, Douglas Creed, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart, whether you're watching this live or recorded version. So you have that hate in your heart for your bully, you will end up becoming a bully. And as I said, since 2005, I've been interviewing parents, kids, adults, victims of bullying. Oh, it's Pico. Hey, Pico. Thank you for joining the show. And if you don't want that to happen, you don't want to harbor that hate. And I think we know, and I've talked about this over and over again. You guys know I call it the Anakin Skywalker syndrome, right? Anakin Skywalker syndrome. If you hate something so much, you will end up becoming the hate. You will become the Darth Vader if you hate something so much. Well, this writer of this film made me think of it a different way too. If you chase after, I know so many people who want to be considered the cool kid. They tell me, and they want to be considered the cool kid, and they just chase after this kid who might be a bully or is just not a nice kid, and they chase after him and they chase after him so much that sometimes they become them. So talking about feelings, says Tully. Good. I had a plant-based burger last night and feel great. Tully, I have to tell you, I am so happy that you are embracing the vegan movement, if I should call it that. I'm so proud of you. I know that you have. I think you showed me a picture or something that was basically making fun of the vegan movement, and I know you meant it as a joke. It wasn't taken harshly. Al Chuntley, thank you for joining the show, guys. Al is a great singer. You got to Al. What's your site people can hear your music at? Al is a great singer. You guys have to check out his music. So Al, let us know what site you're at. So Tully also says, "How are you, Pico?" Yeah, how are you, Pico? What's going on? I'm getting stronger, Mr. Tully. Awesome. Yeah, I know you've been working out, Pico. Good for you. But yeah, we have to be very, very careful. Because you might be a person that, okay, Richard told me not to hate people, so I'm not going to hate anyone, my bully. I'm not going to hate anyone who's trying to become a bully. But then you can chase, after the love, not the love, but is in this case, like the son number two chased after the love for his son, for his dad, that he in turn end up only loving women that were thieves and were getting him in trouble. Um, so you got to watch both ends. So it's important to be balanced and to love yourself try for 100%, but love yourself so much that you don't go in either one of those directions, hating your bully or chasing after the acceptance of your bully, because either one of those can get you in a lot of trouble. So let's see. Tully says, "Oh, Pico, are you working out with weight lifting?" And Pico says, "Yeah, that's good. That's awesome." Yeah, I can remember when I was young. I started weightlifting. If you guys are interested, when I was eight, no, 16, somewhere 15, 16, I started working. That's when I started working out and taking it serious. Um, to bulk up and then I joined the football team and all that. But that's great, Pico, that you're sticking at it. So many people, that's the important thing. If you are joining something, stick it out. Don't just do something for 1 month or not even 1 year and give up. Stick it out, and you will see results. That's for sure. You will see results. So I'm very proud of you, Pico, for sticking that out. How's the fencing coming along, Pico? But that's the story of the two brothers. Put your comments. Let me know what you think. Give us some ideas on what do you think we should talk about, like Brianna did. Brianna gave us an idea. We're going to talk about that on the show, if not tomorrow, because I'm very busy tomorrow. As you guys know, I'm starting to create videos with the U.S. Army again. So it's a great job. I love it. I never served in the U.S. military, and for me, this is my way of giving back to my country, entertaining the troops with videos. That's the way I look at it. Pico says, "I haven't complete it in a while." Oh, okay. Stay healthy and fit, says Tully. Stay away from smoking and drinking, my friends. Yes, that's a good idea. Yeah, if you're young, don't be so quick. Thank you guys for smashing that heart. I just noticed that the the heart was just bubbling up, and thank you so much. Keep that going. Yeah, all too often kids um, want to grow up, unfortunately, and they get into smoking, they get into drinking, they get into drugs, and stay away from that. That's for sure. Don't be so quick to grow up. Most kids, I think, start smoking because maybe they think it looks cool. That's what the cool kids are doing, and they get into smoking or they get into drinking, and then they can't stop. And when you can't stop, then it becomes a problem. Then you're an adult doing it for so long. So don't even start it in the beginning. Don't even start it in the beginning. Especially street drugs. Um, because here's something. Parents, if your kids are nearby, close their ears. Maybe they shouldn't hear this, but here's something that I hear. It's happening in America. I don't know if it's happening in other countries, but you get a drug dealer, right, and he has a kilo, you know, of some kind of drug, right, street drug. He wants to turn that kilo into 2 kilos. So guess what? He goes out and he gets rat poisoning, from my understanding, and he'll cut the rat poisoning with the cocaine or with whatever it is, ZZXXZZ 959. I mean, yeah, 9585. Thank you for joining the show. That's a unique name. Um, and then that stuff will kill you. We're not supposed to consume rat poisoning, and people don't understand that. So I think that's why it's so important not to get into drugs and stuff like that in the first place. Tully also says vaping is also dangerous for your health. Yeah, I don't know why people thought this was a great idea. I remember all my friends would be like, getting into, when they got into that, they were like, well, I want to cut smoking. I want to stop smoking. And then they get into this thing, and it's like, but how do you know what you're inhaling? And I have to admit, the reason why the vaping companies were able to get rid of it is because it smells good. I will be honest, it smells good, but then it's not doing good for your lungs, And I'm not saying it smells good because I smoked it. I knew, like I said, I knew people that were doing it, and then I always told them, don't do it in front of me, because I don't know what's in that. I don't know what's in that. Don't do it in front of me. But the very few times that friends did do it in front of me, I got to smell it, and yes, I will admit it smells good, but not if it's hurting your body. It's like a beautiful woman, right, or a beautiful guy, right? Let's keep the playing field even. It's like a beautiful woman or a beautiful guy or a beautiful tiger. They look beautiful, but if you get too close, you're gonna get bit. So, and that's what I think vaping is. It lulls you to sleep by thinking that, well, I'm not smoking, so I'm doing good for my health. Thank you for smashing that heart. But it actually is not in no way, shape, or form doing anything good for your heart or your lungs or anything. So very good, Tully. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, be yourself. Don't let bullies or your peers push you into doing things that you shouldn't be doing. Period. Whether it be, stealing or smoking or vaping or anything like that. I as a kid, as I always stated in my show, I always found smoking to be disgusting. Did I try it? Sure. I smoked. I took a puff of a cigarette when I was young, and it's like, what the hell? What the hell do people see in this? Why do people like this? I don't get it. And that's how I felt. And Pico says he has to go. No problem, Pico. Oh, excuse me, guys. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Smash that heart, Pico, one time before you go. And like I said, comment, what did you think about the story of the two brothers? Like I said, I thought it was very creative. To me, it was a very interesting twist of how one brother hated his father so much for being a thief that he became a thief, and then the other brother seek the approval, was seeking the approval that he never got from his dad, that he ended up falling in love with a person who steals or is a thief. So that was very, very, very creative. Tully says, bye for now, Pico. Yes, goodbye for now, Pico. Yeah, very interesting stories. If you have any stories, send them to me. I like the way our one of our followers, Brianna, did, and I'm so glad that Brianna's back. It was so good to chat with her and talk with her on the last show. Um, I'm wishing lots of luck for her basketball team. Uh, but yeah, that's gonna do it for us. So if you got a story, send it our way. Put it in the comments below. If you're embarrassed or shy, you don't want to put it in the comments, feel free to DM it to us. But we really would prefer in the comments, guys, because then that way other people can talk about it. And when I start the show, I can talk about what other people have said about this same topic. And it starts a great, great conversation for all of us to start talking. And then we'll life to me is all about, life always turns around in itself. You can talk about swimming and somehow you can relate that to health. You can talk about basketball and somehow you can relate that to bullying. And so there's so many ways to do it. So when more people are involved, more minds are involved, and more people are thinking and giving their opinions or giving their questions that they didn't know, and it helps a lot more people. So put your questions in the comments, guys. I'll tell you, it says, hey, Rich, the story of the two brothers, is that an Italian story? No. I'm going to be honest here. It was a story by Tyler Perry, but they weren't thieves. They were doing something else. And I felt it was what they were doing was too adult, too much of an adult topic. So I changed it from what they were really actually doing to stealing. So it's a Tyler Perry story. So check out Tyler Perry? Yeah, that's his name. He wrote it, and it just was very interesting to me because we do that. If we're seeking the approval of somebody, it hurts us. If we're hating someone so much, that hurts us as well. I'm not saying have love for everyone in the world, because I'm going to tell you, I don't. There are some people I don't have love for, but I make sure not to have hate for them, because that was what will get me in trouble. So I have no love for them, and it's okay that you have no love for your bully, but don't hate your bully. Don't despise your bully. Don't chase your bully, because you might become just like them, or end up becoming a person who ends up dating the biggest bully in your school, and you don't want that either. So thank you for asking that question. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to. It was an adult topic. You could imagine what the adult topic was, Tully, and I didn't feel that was appropriate for the kids, so they can understand the story a lot better. Everyone knows stealing and it's not good, so I changed what they were doing to stealing. So it's going to do it for me on this episode of Live Feed. Probably won't be back tomorrow because I got a busy day. I got to film some yoga, and I just have, and then I have my meetings with the United States Army. So I will probably be back Wednesday. But we will come back. When we do come back, we will talk about what Brianna wanted to talk about in her topic. Very good one. So Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And also brought to you by E.C. Kelly's Yoga Revolution. Join the revolution, guys. Join the revolution at E.C. Kelly and YouTube with the channel Nonfiction Filmmaker. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Anyone can wear their crown. Anyone can be a hero. Thank you, Sala Brigado. Tully and Pico for staying on the show. I appreciate you. Remember, anyone can, oh, I said that part, but I'll say it again. Anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to yourself, guys, and have a great day. Bye now.